and food and beverage services trainees, the TESTA motor pool for automotive service trainees, and the TWC dormitory for our housekeeping trainees. It simulates, supervised work-based training aims to simulate the real work environment for them to gain practical experience aside from OJT experience in industry. So value-added subjects are also included in the CBT. These are empowerment courses. It's required for all trainees. A gender sensitivity training for 2 days. Work ethics and values development for 2 days. Entrepreneurship appreciation and motivation for 2 days. And basic computer literacy for 4 days. The TESDA Women's Center is an accredited assessment center. It provides free assessment services to all trainees and graduates so that they can avail of free assessment and certification services of TESDA at no cost. So after the assessment, after the National Competency Assessment, they are either assessed to be qualified for a national certificate or a certificate of competency. On the average, our certification rate in the 10 qualifications is 97%. In the 10 qualifications, 100%. Sometimes you get the latest automotive assessment. All the graduates obtain their national certificates, full qualification. So our other training support services, we have information and referral services. This is our admissions and placement office. We have trainees and parents orientation program, job orientation, job placement assistance, for sponsorship programs for indigent trainees, medical and dental services, daycare, and dormitory services. So in information and referral services, our enrollment, because it is competency-based, it is not by batch or by semester, but it is all year round. Every day, we receive and entertain walk-in applicants. Trainees, basic entry requirements follow the training standards promulgated in the training regulations. So the basic requirement is they are at least high school graduates, and they must undergo and pass the qualifying test, undertake the career profiling, and then be interviewed by the trainers before they are accepted into the system. The trainees and parents orientation program, before the start of each training, we give them an orientation program together with the parents. We provide them basic information about TESDA and TWC, the competency-based system, and the Philippine Tibet Trainers Qualification Framework, our rules and regulations, and also a tour of the whole facilities. The job orientation program, this is conducted to prepare trainees who are about to exit the program, to prepare them for OJT and job placement or employment. So we give them information on how to acquire a job, the desirable work attitudes and traits, and how to become successful in their chosen endeavors. Job placement assistance, we have an industry coordinator who establishes networks with different industries, women NGOs, and industry associations for possible partnership in terms of OJT and future employment of our graduates. Sponsorship program, this is a very important program. It's a modified scholarship program. We coordinate with LGUs and government and non-government organizations, private organizations and individuals, so that we can provide financial support to our poor but deserving trainees in terms of transportation and accommodation allowance and also food allowance. So this is the TWC roster of sponsors. The LGUs of Muntinlupa and Taguig, Pangara Foundation, International Bazaar Foundation, Sonta International, our Blessing of Hope Foundation, Filipina Shell, Quezon Power, and Real Life Foundation. So they provide sponsorships to our work trainees. They subsidize their food, transportation, and accommodation expenses. TESDA also offers free medical and dental checkup to our trainees on a regular basis. Daycare service is free to parent trainees who need babysitting assistance while they are on training. It's for free to our trainees. Dormitory, it's subsidized. The accommodation rate is subsidized at 75% at the TWC dormitory. The regular rate for non-trainees is 150 pesos. So half the rate. So these are our training workshops and facilities. They are designed according to the CBT layout. So we have a practical work area. This is for automotive. We have the laboratory, the learning resource area, and other features of the CBT system. This is the automotive workshop, the dressmaking workshop. The facilities, all equipment are part of the grant assistance from JECA. And then electronics workshop, food processing workshop, commercial cooking, food and beverage services, housekeeping, welding. And these are our other facilities: daycare, dormitory, resource center, canteen. We rent out the canteen, earns income, also the dormitory and the rental of facilities like the function rooms and our lecture rooms. We rent them out to the private sector at affordable rates, so it forms part of our income generating project to support our training expenses. And we have a computer room for the basic computer literacy and an e-test facility. So our gender and development projects, this is the core business of the TESDA Women's Center. We have a great women project, gender-responsive economic actions for the transformation of women. The lead executing agency of this project is the Philippine Commission on Women, and it receives financial and technical support from the Canadian International Development Agency. It's a governance and capacity building project for national and local government agencies and non-government organizations to create a gender-responsive, enabling environment that promotes women's economic empowerment. The TESDA sub-project consists of integrating gender sensitivity and entrepreneurship in the TVET curriculum. So that is what the TESDA Women's Center is working on now. Gender sensitivity and entrepreneurship integrated in the TVET curriculum. And then the Youth Employment and Migration Project, this is by the UNFPA. It builds on the gains of the Great Women Project. So they added some components to integrate life skills, health for women in the project. Our sub-project under the Great Women Project is entitled Economic Empowerment of Women through Enhanced Technology-Based Training. So the expected outputs are the integration of gender sensitivity and entrepreneurship in the curriculum, the development of standard trainer's manual for gender sensitivity again and for entrepreneurship, and also capacity building for TESDA and God focal persons. So these are the workshops and the workshops under the Great Women Project and the Young Project. Training of trainers, we have trained 99 trainers on teaching and facilitation skills for gender sensitivity and entrepreneurship. And they are conducting eco-trainings in the regions and the provinces. So phase 1 of the project, it's almost complete. We have developed the gender-sensitive curriculum and the GST manual.